Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome to the Fight Boxing and MMA UFC Dillishaw versus Cruz breakdown and precision prediction. Here we go, guys. We're going to break this one down. We've already gave you the predictions from the rest of the fights. We gave you Cote to beat Saunders. We gave you Pearson over Trinaldo. We gave you Brown over Mitrione. All right. We also I'm going to give you Pettis over Alvarez. Now, this is the big one. The biggest. And I'm going to be honest with you. I broke down hundreds. About 60 of these fights since we started this. With these precision prediction things on Twitter and stuff. And I haven't missed but just a few. And as a matter of fact, in MMA, we've only missed 3. And we got Rousey to lose. We had McGregor to knock out Aldo. We had Rookhold to win. We've had all that, but we did miss Edgar and Mendez. I took Mendez instead of Edgar, which Frankie's one of my favorite fighters. Actually, I'll be honest with you when it comes to it. And like I told when I originally started this podcast, just 15, 20 episodes ago, whatever it was. Boxing is my first love. Always will be. It's what I've done as a kid. I was an amateur boxer. Best friends with Vernon growing up. But right here, when we got this fight right here is a hell of a lot tougher for me to break down than what Aldo McGregor was. Rousey was actually fairly easy because she was going to try to stand with a world-class boxer and kickboxer. That this wasn't going to happen. All right, but right here you're looking at 2 elite level strikers. They are the best. 2 of the best. Period in the UFC, much less the bantamweight division. And in many ways, they're similar. Honestly, both of them have some differences. There are some key differences. TJ lands at a lot higher percentage. Especially when it comes to a 5-round fight. There's a big, mega difference. This has more to do with the fact that he has a lot higher output, and also accuracy, of course, or he wouldn't land with a higher percentage. But Cruz throws so many shots that miss because of the style. His style itself lends itself to that. He masters a lot of different angles and shots as well, but he misses a lot when he does that. Dillishaw is real good with lateral movement. Exceptional. He's used both going backwards, coming forward. He's effective both ways. He's effective from side to side. He's great. This guy is. He's phenomenal. Offensively, he's way better than Cruz. Well, I say way better, but when we start breaking down the stats, I think we've got them somewhere. Can somebody put them on my screen, please, Brian? Let me see some stats on this before I start really breaking this down. This is a hell of a fight, guys. This is going to be one hell of a close fight. If it goes the distance, Cruz could win this fight. If it goes the distance, all right. Cruz ain't the type of guy. He don't lend himself to finishes. Now he finished his last fight, but he's fought once in the last 4 years, pretty much. He's been off for a while. He's injuries and stuff, And what I like about Dillishaw here is his ability to switch, and from orthodox to southpaw, whatever. He switches behind punches and between, kind of like Andre Ward if you're in boxing. When he was at his best, when he's performing at his best, he's real good. He does a lot. He has a lot of combo opportunities, and about 80% of his strikes are thrown toward the head, and the same number are thrown, from a distance. So that tends to lend itself to him landing at a high rate in this fight, and also I believe he's going to have to. This fight's going to be something that's going to be a lot. The footwork is going to be the key to this fight. Footwork is going to be a key to this fight, believe it or not. Cruz utilizes the crouch position off of feints better than anybody I've ever seen, period. Well, in mixed martial arts, I won't go as far as saying, count boxing too. These are, like I said, these are two of the best strikers in the UFC, period. Now, when you start looking at the stats, I'll break them down in a second, but, Cruz's fights have a tendency to go to distance, whereas Dillishaw is a finisher, plain and simple. When you look at takedown rate, for instance, the takedown rate is about 38 to 40% for Dillishaw. He's not a guy who he don't want to get on the mat. Even though he's got a pretty decent wrestling background. Whereas Cruz's takedown rate is 56%. He's got the huge advantage there, but that's because off that crouch and in feints that he comes with. It lends itself for him being able to take people down a lot better. And when you go to takedown defense, here's where the difference should start coming in. Dillishaw's is 100%, guys. That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. It's 100%, whereas Cruz's is sitting at about 72%, and the majority of that's the first Faber fight. I'm not going to lie. I mean, he lost that fight. Everybody, most people know he lost that fight. He lost by submission. Okay? Submission defense, Dillashaw never been submitted. He don't get submitted. Plain and simple, he's never been submitted. It's 100%. Cruz's is 67 because he's been attempted. Three submission attempts have been attempted on him, and one was successful. That's why it's at 66.6667%. And that was only Uriah Faber. When you go to significant strikes landed per round, Dillashaw lands right at 30 a round compared to Cruz's 15 to 16. Major difference. That's twice as many almost. Accuracy to the head, Dillashaw lands at about 42 to 43%. Cruz lands at about 23 to 25. Accuracy to the body, they're almost dead even, 168, 170, with Cruz having a slight advantage there. When you start going with leg kicks and accuracy with leg kicks, they are dead on the money. When I say dead on the money even, I mean both of them at 77.6%, guys. Can't get no better than that. Let's look at total knockdowns, the history of their career. When I say history of their career, this is in major promotions. What I count as major promotion is WEC, Strikeforce, Bellator, UFC. All right. Now we did have an award banquet, and a thing we let fans vote on, writers vote on, everything with polls, and we didn't. Only UFC was considered a major promotion in that, and we gave the awards away because we had Bellator fighters. Liam McCurry, Liam McGarry was Fighter of the Year for a non-major promotion, for instance. And if you look at our Facebook page, KGB Andrea Lee, she is our cover photo. She won 3 different awards. How the hell she beat Cyborg for Female Fighter of the Year for non-major promotions got me puzzled. I mean, she is the Legacy FC fight champion. She's also an Invicta champion, you know what I mean? But she's not Cyborg. I love Andrea. We do some promotional work for her, so and I love her to death. That's why she is the cover photo where we're at, because she is the biggest name we have in MMA right now, probably altogether. We got some stuff in the works, but by far the biggest name under the Fight Serve banner is Andrea KGB Lee, okay? And let's go on down. Look at total knockdowns over their history in major promotional fights. Right here is none. Cruz has none. 0. This is what Dillashaw, 6. All right. Is that big a deal? Well, when you start looking at the fact that Cruz is 20-1, 21-1, I'm not sure, Brian. Give me that number exactly. I don't have it exactly right here in front of me, but it's pretty close. That's the statistics, if I'm not mistaken. Whereas Dillashaw is like 12-2 or something like that. It's 13-2. I don't know. It's a lot less fights. When you start looking at overall, this is striking accuracy defense, okay? And here's where this difference is going to start coming in, and this is the reason that I'm going to tell y'all my prediction is Dillashaw will finish this fight, guys. He wins this fight, he finishes it. All right, because Cruz has the ability to go past 1, 2, maybe even the 3rd round. What happens is Cruz is coming, long time coming back, with his injuries and stuff. And if he does make it to 4 and 5, I got a guy, friend on Facebook, Mike. I'm not sure how you say your last name, Mike, but you hit it dead on the money, man. You got it dead on the money with, if it goes to the 4th and 5th round, this is when Cruz really starts getting in trouble, in my opinion. And I'm going to tell you why, because when you go to striking, accuracy, defense, okay, what I mean by that is how often they allow their opponents to land. These numbers change drastically once you get to the 3rd, 4th, and 5th rounds. Now, granted, Cruz has fought in a few more 5-round fights than Dillishaw has. Dillishaw's fought Burrell twice. He's got 3 defenses. This is 3rd title defense, and will actually tie the record, if I'm not mistaken, for the bantamweight division if he defends it tonight, which I'm pretty sure he will, in my opinion. I've gave you my my prediction. I gave you all the other predictions up front. Pearson, Brown, Pettis, we already got Cote out of the way. If you missed the show before, I believe the podcast is posted on the Facebook page for that. But it doesn't, and it talks about, I'll tell you then, I'll give you a teaser letting you know that tonight's the night that I do Dillishaw and Cruz breakdown. I did the show, I think the same night that I did the Gary Goodridge interview. Or it might have been, if it's the night of Gary Goodridge, then it's definitely posted, because that one was covered podcast as well, but then some of them wasn't, some of them was just radio, some of them, it's crazy, because Spreaker is the only one I'm allowed to post to Facebook with, and that's something he was. Podbean, Buzzsprout, SoundCloud, depending on where else I'm at, which is numerous places. iHeartRadio, I'm all over the place. And but a lot of them you got to find me by the title of the show still, because where it's fairly new, we're pretty new. We don't have enough episodes yet to go in and have our own. Like Spreaker, you can go and type in Fight Serve, boxing and MMA, boom, there it is. We come straight up. And let's see. Yeah, when it comes to accuracy on the defense, Cruz allows his opponents to land about 30% in rounds 1 and 2, whereas Dillishaw allows his opponents to land a little over 40 in rounds 1 and 2. Let's go to 3, 4, and 5. That number goes down on Dillishaw all the way down to less than 20%. On Cruz, it goes up. Now, I was trying to find some exact statistics on his previous decision wins, because that's about what he does almost all the time, is win by decision. He's not a finisher. Cruz is not a big finisher. If you look at the stats, I don't have them all in front of me. And Brian, my producer, I don't know if you can get them. I don't know if we can fit them on the screen right here, right now, but he just don't have a lot of them. I mean, he just don't finish fights that much, plain and simple. And that number goes all the way up to like 44% he allows in, in the 4th and 5th round. Strikes absorbed per round, okay? This is, Dillishaw, his strikes absorbed per round is a little bit higher, and that has more to do with the first 3 rounds, just like I was mentioning the first 2 rounds, like I was mentioning earlier. But Cruz allows about 10 strikes a round to be landed on him, whereas Dillishaw allows 12. All right, we know that Cruz don't have the power that Dillishaw has, but there is a little bit of a difference there. But that's more, like I said, that has more to do with the fact that that he's not used to going this far. I got a break for a commercial, guys. We'll be back in just a second. Good afternoon, America. This is the Prophet here. How y'all doing today? I'm here to tell you a little bit about Just Beds. That's Just Beds for America. That's right, you heard JustBedsOnTheWeb.com. Just Beds, home of America's mattress. 6 great locations here in the CSRA to choose from Augusta, Grovetown, Evans, Aiken, North Augusta, and Sweetwater. Right now, they are having their biggest sale of the year.
Don't miss out. Up to 36 months, interest-free. A sort of perfect sleeper, queen